And glory, America. Bonjour, hi, Canada. It's Hugh Hewitt inside the Beltway. Thanking every one of you who are going to work today, especially our frontline nurses, doctors, lab techs, hospital staff, cleaning people, food service people, all the truckers who are on the road, all the grocery store workers who are working, everyone at a CVS and a Walgreens and everywhere around is running a test center. Thank you all. Kind of a bracing number to see this morning on Tuesday, April 28th, in the year of the plague 2020. We have 1 million cases of the virus in the United States as of this morning. And I remember in January when I began to warn you about this, and yeah, I was first to the bell. There were others, but in broadcast, I'm pretty sure from January 20th on, I'm first to the bell telling you this was bad. I didn't think it would become 1 million cases, nor did I think that 56,634 Americans would die, nor that there are 3 million confirmed cases worldwide, and it's much higher because China and Iran lies. Remember, it's the Chinese Communist Party, stupid, the sign in my studio. More than 211,000 people have died worldwide. It's much higher than that. You look at the pictures in Ecuador and Brazil, we don't know what's going on in the world because we have no way of knowing what's going on in the world. It's a killer disease, especially for old people. All right, if you're over 70, and that's the classification they're now using in Great Britain more than anything else. If you're over 70, it's a real killer disease, and there are some mysterious side effects for younger people who get it, and then there are some people who just walk away and like having the flu. And so I just grieve with those who grieve and hope with those who hope. Yesterday, the president was in the East Room. Let's begin with the president in the East Room yesterday, cut number 6.
The United States now holds a world record for testing, and by a lot. We've conducted more than 5.4 million tests, more than any other country anywhere in the world, and we're actually growing it very rapidly. You probably heard those numbers just came out. After encouraging governors for several weeks to leverage unused testing capacity in their states, last week we provided contact information for specific labs where they could find additional testing and capacity. Within 48 hours, the number of tests performed across the country began to skyrocket. Early in April, the United States averaged approximately 150,000 tests per day. That's up very, very substantially from a couple of weeks before. And the 150,000 a day has gone to way over 200,000 tests per day since Wednesday. This includes a 122% testing increase in Michigan, 124% increase in Maryland, and many other locations are right in that vicinity, and some are a little bit higher than that. To provide further guidance and support to the states, today we're releasing our blueprint for state testing plans and rapid response programs. Together, we're accelerating testing for Americans at retail locations across the country, and especially in our African American and Hispanic communities. We're going very, very strong in those communities. There are currently 73 retail sites, testing sites in 25 states in those specific areas, and we're increasing it very substantially. A lot of progress has been made for African American testing, Hispanic American testing, and Asian American testing.
He went then to a presser in the afternoon. Again, these are more ambushes than interviews. They are not really press It's like half of the White House press corps is the Biden advance team. Half of them are pros like Steve Holland of Reuters, and then half are just advance team from Team Biden. And he took a number of questions. He made a statement, cut number 8, Donald Trump at the afternoon briefing.
As you know, for several weeks, my administration has encouraged the governors to leverage unused testing capacity in states. Very few understood that we have tremendous capacity. Then 1 week ago, we provided each governor with a list of names, addresses, and phone numbers of the labs where they could find additional testing capacity in their states. Within 48 hours, the number of tests performed across the country began to absolutely skyrocket. On Saturday alone, more than 200,000 test results were reported, which is a gigantic number, bigger than any country anywhere in the world for a much longer period of time.
So we're scaling rapidly. That's good news. But China is doing some China nasty stuff. First of all, Fox News earlier in the day, Peter Navarro, the White House advisor on trade, drop this bombshell. Cut number 7.
One of the things that's on my radar, though, that's really troublesome is there's a lot of these antibody tests coming in from China now that are low quality, false readings and things like that, and we've got to be really careful. So those are the kinds of things I'm watching, Brian, as we try to ramp up our medical supply chain to meet all the needs we need.
So what does President Trump think about the People's Republic of China, more specifically the Chinese Communist Party? Cut number 9.
There are a lot of ways you can hold them accountable. We're doing very serious investigations, as you probably know, and we are not happy with China. We are not happy with that whole situation because we believe it could have been stopped at the source. It could have been stopped quickly, and it wouldn't have spread all over the world, and we think that should have happened. So we'll let you know at the appropriate time, but we are doing serious investigations.
He got asked, how are we going to open the economy? Are we going to go slower or faster? Cut number 10.
We're doing everything in our power to heal the sick and to gradually reopen our nation and to safely get our people back to work. They want to get back to work, and they want to get back to work soon. There's a hunger for getting our country back, and it's happening faster than people would think. Ensuring the health of our economy is vital to ensuring the health of our nation. These goals work in tandem. They work side by side. It's clear that our aggressive strategy to slow the spread has been working and is saving countless lives.
Then the president said, what's going to happen to the economy? Cut number 11.
So people have stepped up to the plate. I think we're going to have a really good, I think it's going to start building. I think it's going to build fast. I think it'll be a tremendous, tremendous comeback. And, so I say I built the greatest economy with all of the people that helped me and all of the people in this country. We built the greatest economy the world has ever seen, and we're going to do it again.
Okay, so the press is there. The, quote, press, close quote. It's the Joe Biden advance team, half of them, 3/4 of them maybe. Olivia Nuzzi, who is a White House correspondent with New York Magazine, hit a new low. Cut number 12.
If an American president loses more Americans over the course of 6 weeks than died in the entirety of the Vietnam War, does he deserve to be reelected?
So, yeah, we've lost a lot of people, but if you look at what original projections were, 2.2 million, we're probably heading to 60,000, 70,000. It's far too many. One person is too many for this. And I think we've made a lot of really good decisions. The big decision was closing the border or doing the ban, people coming in from China, obviously other than American citizens, which had to come in. Can't say you can't come in, you can't come back to your country. I think we've made a lot of good decisions. I think that Mike Pence and the task force have done a fantastic job. I think that everybody working on the ventilators, you see what we've done there, have done unbelievable. The press doesn't talk about ventilators anymore. They just don't want to talk about them, and that's okay. But the reason they don't want to talk, that was a subject that nobody would get off of. They don't want to talk about them. We're in the same position on testing. We are lapping the world on testing, and the world is coming to us. As I said, they're coming to us saying, what are you doing? How do you do it? And we're helping them. So, no, I think we've done a great job. And one person, I will say this, one person is too many. Thank you all very much.
Now, Olivia, go back and just play the beginning, the question. Just play the question, cut number 12.
If an American president loses more Americans over the course of 6 weeks than died in the entirety of the Vietnam War, does he deserve to be reelected?
Stop right there. You realize that's a stupid, inane question. Its premise, if an American president loses, in other words, a causal, approximate cause between the actions of Donald Trump instead of the People's Republic of China. That is buying into the People's Republic of China, Communist Chinese Party's line. It's outrageous. That is emblematic. By the way, she's not unusual. She's not particularly gifted, not particularly well known. She is typical of more than half of the people. It's like walking into an ambush every night. I don't know why he does it. Stay tuned, America. I'm coming right back. I'll give you an economic look at what's going on around the world markets when we return to this Tuesday edition of the Hugh Hewitt Show.